Hey, good morning. Uriel came here. I'm just in the the dining room here, and I've got some interesting things on the table that I want to share with you today. And I've been doing, as you know, I like to bring you the latest and greatest stuff on health and nutrition and fitness. And I've been doing a lot of research for my new book, The All Day Fat Burning Diet, which is coming out in December of this year, 2015. And I've been doing a lot of research and writing on this amazing new super starch. It's actually not a new super starch. It's a starch that's been around since the beginning of time, but our food supply has literally processed it out for the most part. But this is a starch that's called resistant starch. And if you've not heard of it before, then you're going to quite a bit, I think, in the coming future, because there are so many benefits to resistant starch. I'm only going to have time to share a few of them with you, but if you're on the blog, you can learn more about it. If you're not on the blog watching this on YouTube, click on the link below. It'll take you over to the blog post with more information. So anyways, resistant starch is found in these foods: bananas, white potatoes, lentils, legumes. So some of these foods are foods that you've been taught are not necessarily good for you. They're going to make you put on fat or going to spike your blood sugar. But these white starches are actually really good for you if they're eaten the right way. So resistant starch is basically a starch that your body cannot digest. It passes through your digestive system and it literally serves as a fuel, as food for your gut bacteria. So think of eating resistant starch as feeding your bacteria, not you, okay? So resistant starch is commonly found. There's a couple of different types, forms of different of resistant starch, but I'm gonna just talk about a few of them here. So our best sources are unripe bananas. So these are kind of slightly green. As soon as a banana gets ripe, then it loses its resistant starch and becomes very high in sugar. We also have potatoes. So naturally, raw potatoes have a very high source of resistant starch, but most of us don't eat potatoes in their raw form. So if you're going to cook them, what you want to do is cook them, then cool them in a few hours, put them in the fridge for a couple hours. And the cooling process actually helps kind of expand the resistant starch in the potato. And the same thing with white rice. If you have white rice, you can boil it and then cool it down in the fridge for a few hours. The resistant starch level increases. Same with lentils and legumes. Resistant starch is going to be found in all these foods. For instance, legumes, if you cook them, but the cooking process actually degrades the resistant starch level quite a bit. So if you can have legumes in a cooked, then cooled fashion, for instance, like a